Hey, what's up, Prophetic Weekly? I hope everybody is having a very good week. I want to share with you today only 3 prophetic words. The first one I want to share with you is one of the most powerful words I've heard in many years, okay? Because it is a seasonal word that resonated in my spirit so strong. And it's by Prophet Shawn Bolz. Okay, so let's get into this. The word was called the pivot. He said, there is a global moving of shifting people around in cities, neighborhoods, states, countries, because he is divinely setting up the world for a great harvest. You know, that word is so true because we have already had in our smaller gathering in Texarkana at Roar Church, Texarkana, we've had some people move just to be a part of what we're doing. And so recently in a time of corporate prayer, somebody gave out a prophetic word that there was going to be, they could see 100 people moving to Texarkana to join what we're doing. And I'm like, wow, that's powerful. And then this word came out. And then I've had 3 or 4 different prophetic people have messaged me and said, Joe, you're going to have people moving from all over America to come join what you're doing. I said, wow, that's good. And then I have friends who have revival hubs, and they're like, Joe, people are just moving into our city to join what we're doing. People that I know, like lots of people right now are praying where to move. And they named the 4 or 5 different kingdom centers or revival hubs that they know about. And people are looking to move. A lot of my friends who I know through ministry and through our health coaching business, they are also moving or have moved to join certain churches. Now, none of them are like seeker-friendly churches, traditional churches. They are all kingdom churches, apostolic, prophetic-minded churches, people who are moving forward in the things of the Lord. It's happening. So when I read this word, I was like, this word is resonating in my spirit. Let's keep going. That there's a global moving and shifting of people around from cities, neighborhoods, states, countries, because God is strategically placing people for great harvest. There is a pivot and transition for many to make in this season, okay? And also, this is good. It says, some of you don't know why God is saying to sell your house, change your investments, move to a new city, change your careers, start a business, or go to a new church, okay? You know, we're having people join our health coaching business because the Lord is leading people to start new adventures. See, we're in a great reset. I don't know if you understood that. There's a great reset in our nation and our states, the way that businesses run, government runs, that there's a new way that they're doing things in school. There's just a whole new reset. You must allow God to reset you in this season and the way that he wants to. Okay? A lot of people don't like words like this because it's change. I was just listening to a broadcast earlier about how many people have lost their jobs from great companies just over the past 2 weeks. Listen, you need to pivot with the Lord and not with the world. If you pivot wrong, it could be devastating. That's why we have to stay close to God. We are going to see people who were staples in their communities not be there anymore. I just keep reading this word by Shawn Bolz about just this pivot, how people are going to be moving in, people are going to be changing and shifting places that they live. He said it's like God is moving people like on a chessboard, strategically placing people where they need to be. You know, it's so funny, but my wife and I were praying about a few needs we have in our church. And some people that do exactly what we prayed that we needed called and said, hey, we're thinking about moving to Texarkana and joining y'all. So, okay. So it's good. Second word is by Lana Vawser. She said, the Lord is securing the new land that he has promised you. Okay? Now, that word has two meanings to me, very powerful meanings, words that my wife and I have been standing on praying. She writes, do not fear, the Lord is going to show you how faithful he is with his promise. He is rooting your promise deep down. He is marking you out for the new land that you have entered in. The new land is lining up. She goes on to write that the new land that the Lord is leading you into, this new land the Lord is securing for you, is not going to look like the land that you had before. Don't fight the change. Don't fight the change. What was Shawn Bolz talking about? The pivot. Don't fight the change. Things are changing directions, all right? She goes on to write that, God is securing this new land. It's a beautiful place. You're going to be full of joy, full of peace, vision, and clarity. I was preaching at a revival service last night, and I kept prophesying to numerous people that the Lord is saying vision and clarity is your portion in this season. She talks about, as she was praying, that the Lord is about to pour out in a strong way. He's going to be leading people into new areas, into new land, and refreshing is coming. That there's also a great recompense coming into the new land, which means you couldn't build in the last season what was in your heart, but you can build it in this season. She also says that your season of rest and relief is here. I take that word all day. I'll take that word all day, and you better take it too, okay? Let me just tell you, over the past week, I've just rested. Like I was telling my wife, the greatest person on planet Earth, I said, I've been resting easy. And the world's crazy right now, but I'm resting easy because my faith and my hope is in him. And then I read a word like this, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Your season of rest and relief is here. Your season of rest and relief, you are coming into it. This is a season that you have dreamed of, okay? You're going to dream again, and you're going to dream bigger than you've ever dreamed before. Once and for all the sting of the disappointment has been healed. Your upgrade in the new land looks totally different from your previous land. I'll take that word. I'll take that word. I'm taking all these words. I'm gonna leave a little bit for y'all, but I'm taking all these words, okay? 100% of them. She says, you're going to receive your harvest. You're going to be bountiful. You're going to be fruitful. Anything that the enemy's tried to steal, it's going to be multiplied back to you in your harvest. I'm sorry. I'm reading this again, and I'm just getting caught up in this again. Things that the enemy's stolen will be repaid in harvest and multiplied. I like that, okay? New levels of pioneering. There is a new level of pioneering. The land is going to be different. You're going to be pioneering at a different level. Don't be afraid, because the Lord is going to take care of you. A new level of pioneering, a new level of navigating. He's going to teach you greater ways, and you are going to be bountiful. That's a good word. That's a good word. Next word is by Nate Johnston, all right? So many people are feeling the swirl of change, and it is because you sense just the instability or confusion. Your message has changed, and your affection has shifted. You have made a grand departure from the place that you started the year in, and things you once had in your sight. You don't even feel like you're the same person anymore. Sounds like this word aligns with the first two words. He said, you walked through the fire this year. You've walked, You've fallen away of things you were holding tightly. You battled giants you didn't expect. You encountered some dark nights, some different things. Soon you'll look back and you'll understand that it was like a cocoon year where the Lord had tucked you away and hid you and transformed you. Transformed you. I was telling my wife the other day, I said, I don't even feel like the same person as when we started this year. I like this new version of me. Nate goes on to write soon. Soon you won't feel the limbo of transition anymore, but momentum of the focus of what God has for you and has purposed you to do. Soon you will stop feeling just the mess of all of the process, and you'll feel a fresh fire and message that you will be carrying. And you'll begin to see ways breaking open for you, and you will realize, that you were ambushed by heaven, so you won't miss out on a new chapter awaiting you. This is your time. Whew. I tell you what, those were 3 powerful words right there, friends. What I gathered from all of them was this right here. I was speaking at this revival, and I think it was Friday night. I said, you got to have discernment moving forward the rest of this year and into 2023. You got to have discernment at a level you've never had before. You got to carry discernment at a greater level. But if you know God, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. But some of you are going to pivot in the right places. We've had some people come to our church, and they do different types of ministry in our church. And I ask them, be like, hey, did you ever preach much in your old church? We're like, no, I never really preached until I got here. One of the greatest speakers that I know as a young man, that I was around him, and he carried the word good, knew the word. I thought he was a speaker. Well, I let him preach his first message, and I didn't even know it was his first message. Now he's got a powerful church, and he always tells people like, yeah, Joe Joe let me preach my first message. And I was like, I thought you'd always kind of preached. He said, no. Sometimes when you get put in the right place, you blossom. I've told some people at our church, hey, I'm just going to tell you, you might not blossom here. It's not the right soul for what you want to do. And that's fine. You need to be in the right place. You need to be in the right place, in the right job space. From that word from Shawn, Bolz, don't miss that word. Don't miss that word. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of revival hubs, kingdom centers around America. People call all the time, I can't find a good church in my city. Move. I'm underpaid. I'm underappreciated at my job. Get another job. It's not that hard. Okay? It's not that hard. This life we live as believers is not as hard as people make it out to be. You just got to be able to kick fear in the face, endure warfare, and make big decisions. God will get you through all of it. Okay? Love you guys. And like I always offer prayer, go to the website, jojoedawson.net. If you want prayer, send me a prayer request. Love to pray for you guys. This has been Prophetic Weekly.